Alright, today I want to talk about how you can farm motes of harmony. As you may or may not know, it requires 10 motes of harmony to make one spirit of harmony. Now, the most common way to get these is in world drops in the actual Mystic Pandera zones. As you go in as a level 85, you're not going to get very many in the level 85, 86 zones, but as you get up to 90, you're going to get more and more drops. But even that being said, it's a very slow process. Now you need these spirits of harmony to craft higher level items, and a lot of times to obtain recipes, or sometimes they're simply material to make a higher level item. Some professions they matter quite a bit, others not so much. For example, in enchanting it didn't matter that much. However, with my engineer it matters quite a bit, because the most desirable items, the mount, the goggles, all the good stuff require these spirits of harmony. So how do you get more of these other than just relying on a world drop? And you have to remember that these are bind on pickup, so you can't buy them in the auction house, you can't transfer them even between your own characters. The character that's going to craft a particular item has to farm them. Okay, the first technique is the ever reliable Dark Moon Fair crate farming, which you obtain the crates by riding around the perimeter of the island, fishing the shipping debris. I was pleasantly surprised when the first Dark Moon Fair came since Mystic Pandera to see that these drops have been updated, and the drops include the motes of harmony. Now, to me, the collection rate seems to be a little bit higher than simply waiting for world drops, sub-level 90. So I think it's productive to do, and it also produces a lot of gold, because the other drops that you're going to get, the Pandaran cloth, the Pandaran ore, and a few other items, you're going to be able to sell those on the auction house, and you're going to be able to generate a lot of gold for the amount of time that you put in. And you can do this with even a sub level 85. The second technique that doesn't rely on world drops is to actually literally farm these items in your farming plot that's near Half Hill Market. You buy Songbell seeds from Merchant Greenfield. Now, as you look at the video, you'll note the problem is, in order to buy the seeds, you have to become exalted with the tillers, and that's a long process, and it consumes a lot of time. Now, once you are exalted and you have your farm fully set up, you can plant 16 of these seeds per 24-hour period, and you're going to get 16 motes of harmony every 24 hours, or in other words, roughly a little bit more than 1.5 spirits of harmony per day. But again, it's a very long process to become exalted, so you don't want to do this with a character that doesn't really need that many of these. My enchanter would be a good example. My engineer, on the other hand, it's going to be productive for me to pursue this, because for the bread and butter items that the engineer crafts, I need a lot of these.